Shane for over 30 years, and Shane is kind of like a laid-back, humble guy, I'd say. And I just want to talk about Shane when you first grew up.
Sure. I went to school in Wood Green, Little Road. I was a shy kid. I wasn't the kid that had like the nicest fashion, you know what I mean? The two-strap golden trainers and you know things like that. It took a lot for me to come out. So in school, I was a fast runner. So that was my claim to fame. Run from the bullies. You know?
I know that you went through a hard time, yeah, and I know you struggle to speak about this, but who believes that there's sanity and insanity? Who feels sometimes like they just can't take life sometimes? Who feels a bit stressed? I do. I don't know if you guys don't want to say it, but who suffers from depression sometimes? Who gets a bit low sometimes? Hands up, I'm not ashamed, I do. Sometimes I feel really low.
And my question, I mean it with the greatest respect, but do you think you're still insane?
I tell you what.
As a creative?
As a creative, but I don't think I'm insane. It's almost like accepting and knowing your coping mechanisms.
I'd like to introduce to you again my dear friend, Cabral Mercer. Cabral Mercer!
From 13, my mum passed. Yeah? So at that point, my whole world was rocked, and I used to get a lot of attention, but it was a hug I was more looking. So,
because when he told me about Savile Row, it blew me away. Please share, Cabral.
a website was created for me for an end of year project for like these uni graduates. I put a little bespoke, they put a little bespoke section, and I got this call, and they were saying, yeah, they're from Savile Row and they want to get some jeans made. I was thinking, yeah, whatever, mate. So I said, where'd you get my number? They said, I'm talking to them, you know. Where'd you get my number from? And they said, off your website. I said, website? So they was like, yeah, you come up number 4 on the bespoke jeans on Google. Wow. I made some jeans for some owner of the car phone warehouse and some big boys.
Yeah.
But they was always like, oh, Cabral, so how can we get hold of you? As soon as the man can't even get the word that, oh yeah, you can contact him here. So I'm looking at him like,
what's going on?
So there was a lot of like blocking. I couldn't grow underneath their ceiling. It's their ceiling. So I had to remove myself.
So hold on, so you removed yourself from Savile Row.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, guys? To work for himself. To work for himself.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask you, what do you do when you have a creator's block? Or like when you have a day where you're like, I just don't feel like creating, or I don't feel like creating, you know what I'm saying?
I never have a creative block. Because I'm a creator. So
bad days?
Creator can be from cooking food, or it's how you interpret creator. Yeah. So I'm not a designer, like I'm a fashion designer. No, I'm a creator of whatever I want to be.
This is Natasha Ford. Let's give her a big round of applause. Tell us about growing up.
Right, growing up, I was with my mum, and my mum is my biggest influence because she's always been in fashion. She used to do seamstress and basically needlework and all that stuff. So when I was growing up, my mum always had me dressed immaculate, or she used to have things made for me. My mum used to work in J. Norman's back in those days, and so of course going back and forth to drop me off. So I used to stay with my granny for the week, and then weekends I would go to my mum's. I was very close with with my uncles, and he always used to be the one that let me in his bedroom when he had his friends. So I used to be there, and he used to be with his mates. They used to play, you know, drums and saxophone. Always fun and loving and all that stuff. And then one day, he had a nervous breakdown. And I was
How old was you, Tash?
I was about 6. I think, yeah, I was about 6.
How did that affect you as a young girl?
it affected me in a sense of like, how could somebody just change from that to like, now you don't speak. Now you're not even in the house now. Now you know, my granny is hearing that he's gone running down the road and he's naked and he's this and that.
But do you see, guys, the mental health, how from sanity to insanity can happen so quickly? So as you grew older, because you was a young child, 6, how did it still affect you as a woman, growing up, teenager? Did you think about it? Did things trigger it off?
Growing up, it made me feel like it could happen any day soon. That's what I always had in my mind, like the trauma of it made me think, well, it ain't happening now. So anything that would happen, I was always on the expectations that it's going to turn up, that I might end up like him. Actually, Candy Girls came about as, because my husband also used to do music and all that stuff, and I used to do the styling, fashion styling. We had a lot of producers, and at the time it was Harmony, H Money, Blackout Entertainment. I don't know if you know the song, When Jesus Says So.
Yeah.
No one can say no. Yeah,
Great song.
Yeah, he's the producer for that. So one day I said, you know what? I'm tired of seeing UK videos and the girls ain't looking like how they should be, like how the American girls do.
Why is it American girls look better than the UK girls videos?
Because they invest in a stylist. They invest in a stylist. It's not here. Sometimes we just focus on, oh, I got the car, I got the this, but the girls there, it doesn't matter.